which will include the recording to everyone who registered, as well as the link, the link to the recording. And if you need certificate of completion or one AI learning unit, you know what to do. You just email it to us, and I'll be happy to provide it for you. Okay. But now, enough about me. Without further ado, I want to introduce the presenters for today's presentation. Brooke Villegas, she is the AEC Application Specialist here at Microsoft Resources Great Tech Group. She's responsible for providing the AEC clients with BIM health checks and developing and implementing BIM standards, assisting with BIM execution plans, training, technical support, you name it. She really has that domain, and she brings an extensive architectural design and technological skills, having worked with BIM technology in a variety
It's only noon.
project types. Brooke received her Master's of Architecture from, I definitely cannot say that word. Would you mind doing the honors?
Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
Yes, there you go. And as well as her Bachelor's of Architecture in Interior Design from the University of Oklahoma. And without further ado, I just want to introduce Poop to you, and trust me, you're in good hands. So, Poop, this is all yours.
Thank you. Okay. I am going to screen. Okay. Alrighty. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today's session. Are we recording? I guess we are. My name is Brooke Villegas, and I am an AEC application specialist here at Microsoft Resources, now part of the Great Tech Group. Today, I will be focusing on the Autodesk Cloud, specifically for Design Professional. We'll explore how Autodesk Docs and BIM Collaborate Pro are helping architects and consultant works more seamlessly. So let's get right to it. So here we'll start with a look at current challenges architect faces when we're working across multiple platforms and teams. Then we'll walk through the ACC, what's included, how it's structured. From there, we'll focus on Autodesk Docs and BIM Collaborate Pro. And towards the end, we'll walk you through the June 2025 product licensing, important announcements on the BIM Collaborate. And then we'll have a Q&A session. So let's talk about why this conversation matters. As a design teams, we're often working in a high-stake environment, coordinating across discipline and consultants, sometimes across time zone. And yet much of our work is still hampered by fragmented tools and workflow. Each phase of the project has a capable team, but those teams are often working in silos with a little bit visibility across discipline. Models, markup, and decision are being stored separately, and communication is mostly what used to be. We deal with different format, disconnected software, and manual workflow that don't really scale. As the project progress, teams try to connect more, but still rely on disconnected solution. Cloud storage, email, share folders, they help, but they aren't.
Boy, that looks pretty, but that doesn't make any sense to me.
The result is the fragmented data, duplicate effort, and constant delay. Important decisions happens late, and by the time models reach the next team, they're already out of date. Disconnected solutions don't just delay delivery, they lead to inaccurate data, rework, and missed decision. What teams need is the real-time access, centralized data, and workflow that removes friction from the design coordination. We've just seen how fragmented the construction process can be, disconnected team tools, and leading to costly delay confusion. And this is what ACC was built to solve. It's a connected platform that brings together people, data, workflow across every phase of design. Every phase: design, plan, build, and operate. By unifying these stages in one ecosystem, ACC helps to ensure that decision and information flow seamlessly, not just within one team, but across discipline and project bases. We've seen the four main phase of the projects: design, plan, build, and operate. This reflects the full life cycle of any AEC project. Each discipline is tied to a specific phase, but what's the key here is that ACC synchronized collaboration across all of them, breaking down barriers so the decision and data can move freely between phases and teams. This is a visual reminder that ACC isn't just a tool for one team, it means to serve the entire projects from concept to operation, with everyone working from the same source of truth. This chart gives us the breakdown, the core tools that makes up Autodesk Construction Cloud. I know you've probably seen this chart quite often from many other sources, but AEC is made up from three main products: the BIM Collaborate Pro for design collaboration and coordination, and cloud work sharing; Takeoff for quantification; and Build for project execution. So in this session, we'll take a closer look at how Autodesk Docs and BIM Collaborate Pro can help you build this connected design workflow. Start right inside the tools you can use every day. And some of you may be wondering, wait, isn't this just BIM 360 with a new name? That's a pretty fair question, but the BIM 360 actually laid the groundwork for the cloud collaboration, and many of us still use it today. But the ACC is more than just a rebrand. Think of ACC as the next gen of the cloud. It's include the functionality we came to rely on the BIM 360, but adds enhanced performance, tighter security, and more consistent experience across the team and phases. So, but if you are working on BIM 360 right now, the way you work remain unchanged. However, if you do not have BIM 360, or you've never used BIM 360 before, or are confused about what they look like, or thinking about renewal, you'll most likely will be purchasing BIM Collaborate Pro. And this image here just show, the BIM 360 is in the dark blue module and a clear grid, and then the ACC has a lighter UI and the module appear on the list. Regardless of whether you use BIM 360 or the ACC, every Autodesk Cloud project starts the same way, with the document management system, and that system is Autodesk Docs. It's important to note here that Docs is a foundation for everything, including these three core products. And each of them runs.
I hope I don't ever have to use this.
Docs, the document management.
If you notice, that what they're doing is they're making it more like Deluxe was working a year ago.
Yeah.
Component and the foundation of the construction cloud.
After this, I'll go mail that thing for you.
Common data environment.
Yeah.
And the data repository. By centralizing all project information, it helps reduce error, avoid duplication, and give teams real-time access to most up-to-date files, no matter where they are. And when everyone's working from the same source of truth, collaboration becomes more efficient, which leads to better projects and outcome. Here we see the simplified view of how teams members typically exchange information on the project. It's a giant matrix and hard to ensure the right information is with the right person at the right time. Often information lives within a different system, and information exchange is manual and error prone and can lead to costly mistakes. Now we see the same organization but under common data environment. And of course, this is a simple way to looking at it as CDE, but there are many nuances with a CDE. The information flows through a central repository where ideally it is more easily controlled and up to date. It provides mechanism to gate information flows so that construction documents and other information such as markup and issues, are only available when appropriate. So these are the features built on the Autodesk Docs CDE. I won't
Why doesn't she
go through
show
each of
something?
them, but what's important to know here that Docs
Why
isn't
what?
file storage. It's a full feature platform
What
that
all
supports
they're
everything
talking
from
all they're
version
talking about is Autodesk Cloud,
to
which is a
transmittal
derivative
to
of BIM
remote
360
access.
or next
So
generation.
Yeah. Oh,
Why don't
yeah.
they show how
conversation
it
that has
works?
sparked interest for using Docs
Yeah. I know. They don't ever take an example job, right?
streamline out approval workflow. How we
I mean, when I went to the
design
trailer, I was able to
questions.
pull up
What
Daylex
if we're
and
not
show the people
at
how
all
they could use it and what they could
yes,
get from it.
at all?
Yeah.
Um, so with Autodesk
They're just
Docs,
not good
you can
people. Good people at telling how to do
use
stuff.
those functions with these multiple types of file format as well. So that's another feature that Autodesk Docs has, is the range of file format that are being supported within the Autodesk Docs viewer. This list show the full range from design files like Revit, AutoCAD, IFC, PDFs, and video files, and even Office docs like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So you can view the video or share design intent through 3D model specs and markups, make collaboration more flexible and accessible for everyone involved. I see some question here.
So show us.
If there is no, I'll answer it towards the end if that's okay. I'm going to walk you through a demo of Autodesk Docs. So focusing on the core feature that design team may use. So we'll start here at the Files tab, and you'll see the project file folder, which is more like folder structure, if you will. You can set up however you need it to. You'll see many other functions: add subfolder, sorting, upload files or link file. You can download all your source file, check your file log, and create transmittal right inside Docs file function. Permission setting and other setting on that available. So in the permission setting here, you can give your user, team member access, limit their permission if they don't need more information than they need to. In the far right setting, there's other function that scan for duplicate files.
Misty, are you there?
And
Yeah.
I'm about to mute my mic. You tell me if you can't hear her talking anymore. Just say I can't hear her anymore.
Okay. I can't hear her anymore.
Okay.
To organize projects.
And you can hear her good like that?
I'm hovering a few.
I can hear it now.
How they're stored and
How does that sound quality? Is it low or is it good?
Your specs.
It's good. It actually lowers when you're talking. It actually goes to the background and lowers, but when you're not talking, she's nice and I can hear her good.
Oh, good. I wouldn't have thought that.
Moved on to the View tabs. This is where you can create formal approval workflow. We're gonna review some items pulled directly from the Files tab, a file module. And you can create what type of workflow that you would like it to happen.
That looks just like Daylex.
Yeah.
What it was doing a year and a half ago.
And routing them to different team members and for review, and then if you have something that you need to sign off, and this chart show like who initiate by and to. And then transmittal tabs let you create the package and send project documents. I'm creating transmittal within the file right here. Selected a file.
All right, let's see these fancy pictures.
To either within my network, or I can use it externally.
17044.
Then we're gonna look into.
Well, show us the renderings.
Issues tab where you're seeing where you can create issue. And I'll mention here that the issues create within the docs more general issues. Think of it more like a flat record, meaning you're not referencing specific location. Issues in design collaboration, and we'll go over it in a little bit, can be dropped directly on a PDF and drawings or even model in Revit, but within docs it's just a flat file. Then in the reports tab, you can create report either issues by detail, summary, or things like that. And it gives you a variety of function if you want to, look at issues in the past 7 days, 14 days. You can run a report here, and when you do run the report, you will, once complete, it will send you an email to you, and then you can definitely share.
Yep, look at what it's doing. It's doing very similar to what Dalux was doing.
Then in the members tab, you see here that you can add members to add project participant. I want to note though that you should first invite your members to the hub, then you can add it to project. So in here, I went ahead and add
Yeah,
a project member.
companies are pushing all their jobs to this now. If they get on ACC and their sheets and everything was somewhere else, they bring it all here now.
Yeah, and see, that's the most attractive thing to becoming a family builder. You don't have to worry about any of this. If you want to do moonlighting work, working on families, you don't have to deal with any of the cloud. You don't even have to have ACC.
That's right.
And if they have ACC, they've already enabled a way for you to get the files so you can clean the families.
Access to Revit, you'll have to toggle that. So
it's really neat how they do the interference check too in Revit.
We'll also be exploring the bridge tab.
They're actually doing an interference check in here now.
Projects with
oh yeah, it was incredible. They do an ACC and it sends out emails, and it actually it's pretty incredible.
You see, you can create a one-way bridge.
It actually makes it so there's things that always have collisions that aren't supposed to make collisions. You can put them on a certain layer so they never show. It's really cool.
Yep. You can clean up the unnecessary ones.
Yeah.
We've only been doing that for a decade and a half.
Right.
The automatic
with the filter
folder update to the target project. Sharing.
I would have liked to see more graphics.
2 other projects.
I'm curious if she's going to go for a half hour and then someone else is going to speak for a half hour.
She looks like she's not doing that great.
Location to another project.
Ryan speaking.
Hey, Brian. This is Caleb here at Vonage. How's it going?
It's going well.
With automation. I'll also mention here that you can import from a project as built from PlanGrid is a newer option that is now available. If you're trying to migrate from PlanGrid to ACC, you can do so here. And then finally, we'll wrap up this section with the setting tabs to give you information like project level configuration, project information, general data, start date, end dates, and that type of stuff. So Autodesk continue to expand what docs can do. Some of the recent updates are especially helpful for architects. Bulk restore, mobile enhancement, attribute filtering, and deep links to issue. All this reduce the time spent navigating files and increase time spent designing and coordinating. You also notice improvement in reviews workflow transmittal, making it easier to standardize how you share information with owners and consultants. Docs give you control of your files, BIM Collaborate Pro gives you control over your design, collaboration, and coordination. We're coming back to this slide for a moment just to orient ourselves. We touched on the three main products under the ACC umbrella earlier, but for our purpose today, the focus is on BIM Collaborate Pro, the tools that live inside the design phase of the ACC and support cloud work sharing, model coordination, and team collaboration. Everything we've already seen in docs, file versioning, issue review, ties directly into how BIM Collaborate Pro functions. There are really two parts of the experience here. One is what you see inside ACC web platform, and other is what is happening inside Revit itself. You'll see some key benefit, things like cloud connected workflow, productivity gains, and data insight. These help paint the picture of why BC Pros matters. But we're going to focus why we're here for, which is the design process, right? Inside the design collaboration module on the web, rather than going through all this one by one, I'll focus on a few design teams tend to use most. First, the home view. This gives you a real-time snapshot of model activity and team contribution. Everything visualized using swim lane, which help you see who's working, what's been shared, and when. The issues tool allows you to flag coordination problem right inside the model, link them to specific sheets or view, which is especially useful during internal reviews. Project status give you transparency, who share packages, helping you understand dependency and version control, version history without chasing down the email. Other tools like correspondent meetings, report, members are there to support documentation, communication, user management, so everything stays centralized and traceable. Another powerful features with BIM Collaborate Pro is Bridge, which lets you share a package across projects and company. So this is especially useful when architects working, within the organization.
Did I miss anything exciting?
With outside consultant or ownership teams where you need to share model data, but you don't want to give him full access to the project. Here you will create a one-way bridge, so you can invite the external team here. Obviously,
Bang, bang, bang.
and
I'm gonna say it
basically
right.
you'll
Hey, I
be
want to say it
creating
right.
a one-way
Bang,
bridge. You
bang,
invite
bang. Okay.
external,
So I'm just.
internal,
Oh, what
collaborate,
is it?
folder package, share specific.
Oh, BB. Okay. Thank you.
How on their side will also
Yeah, I'm
be.
just listening on this one.
You'll
So
also see the shared content
if you need
appear, right?
anything from me, you know,
On their
just let me
respective
know.
project timeline. So it's not just a file drop, integrate into your workflow. And if you ever need to
Oh,
reverse
okay.
the sharing, you can unbridge at
Cool.
any time. And another module that comes with the BC Pro is model coordination. It brings automate clash detection into your design environment. You can load models in Revit, Navisworks format, run clash tests, and filter result by discipline or by object types. The best part, you can convert clashes directly into issues, assign them to a team member, and track them to resolution, all without ever leaving the platform. As a part of BC Pro, you can view insight with unified project level data, analytics, and predictive insight to help you get up to speed with what's going on in a project. Assess trends and pattern in project data, identify any gaps and problems, and use it predictive risk data to improve project efficiency. You can also customize the dashboard to show whether, RFI you intend to use build, Autodesk build later. You can see your RFI in here. And when I mentioned about the partner activities, meaning your card library for your Insight, if you had Matterboard or any other third-party services, you can customize and add it to your Insight dashboard here. And with BIM Collaborate Pro, you can co-author models directly into cloud using tools you already worked in, Revit, Civil 3D, and even Plan 3D. For Revit user, this means faster sync time, fewer errors, and no need for VPN or local servers. Civil 3D teams can manage XREF and data shortcut in a shared cloud workspace. And Plan 3D workflows benefit from centralized access to compliance tracking. Let's now look at the design collaboration module in the BIM Collaborate Pro. So we'll start off in the Home tab, which give you high-level view of project activities and project timeline. Here to help you track model packages, share, and consume. You can create package here as well. And below you see the list of models and views, the changes there were made. Now, next to the issue tab, this is a consolidated all design related issues across your team space. You see item and team work in progress issue and team packages issue, which mean issues associated with model version shared out to other teams. When you click an issue here, you can view it directly on Sheets or Model if you put it in the model. This gives you a clear visual context for coordination and resolution. Moving on to Project Status tab. This view gives you a timeline of what's been published and by whom. If I were to click on the details here, I should see information on there. If I click on the path, it will take me to where that file is stored, which is within Docs. So you never have to leave the ACC. Everything keep it in one platform. The Changes tab is probably one of the most powerful features here. This tab let you set up watch group. Basically, save set of elements or category you want to track. I see here that there's some changes recently on roof and stairs, and I see if I want to compare version 41 and 51 and show changes, I can put those two models and see them together, what was modified. I see some roof, stairs were modified recently. So I can get side-by-side comparison. And then the Meetings tab, I can create a meeting. Within this module, I can, comment on, hey, we were just looking at the stairs, so can we do a meeting on the stairs? I can set the meeting time here, add some description, meeting discussion if I would like to be more thorough. I can also add the video conference link as well, either team or other team or Zoom. The correspondent tab is basically the same as docs. You can manage emails. You can also have access to project specific file, a specific email address. I am mentioning about that stair again in this correspondent. That meeting to happen. But yeah, I can file the email from an external consultant and keep everything in one. And then the remaining tabs like report, member, and bridge are also consistent with what we've seen in docs here. Just a quick note though, if your team members are also working in Revit and contributing model, they'll need a design collaboration access. So I have to add David here and then give him access for the design collaboration model. Now let's take a look at the model coordination module where we can automatically detect and manage clashes between model and different team. We will begin in the models tab. I've selected two. I'm going to select two models here. I see some changes were made recently, and I would like to open in the viewer. The system automatically, detect clashes. If I go to clashes, I should see the red and the green where things are clashing, and I can click on the item. I can either say this is not an issue or it is an issue. So let's create an issue here. I can drop the orange issue symbol and capture the thumbnails of the issue here, recorded the what the issue is, specific type, added washer. I can add location, other information like due date. I need something. I need you to look at this as soon as possible. Or I can also add root cause, and then I could even reference for things like submittal or product data that would be stored in Autodesk docs. I can also save view for so I can access sooner, faster. Save to docs for those who don't have access to the design collaboration module. I can save to docs and share. So in the views tab that we were just saving a view, so I can navigate that quickly. This specific view tab is just act like the library of perspective, so without re-navigating the model again. Next is this clash tab, which shows both active and close clashes. So here I'm going to click an active clash, and I'm going to the two models that have a lot of clashes together. If I click it, it'll take me to a viewer. And I can click on one of these clashes.
Receptacles are hitting walls.
And I could either say, this is not an issue, and give it a reason so that we can move on.
And you're supposed to do that
And I want to mention that
32,807
this is very
times?
much like in Revit. So if you, you don't need access in Revit every day, like PM, or you just don't have access to Revit while you're out in the office, you can still, access the project information here.
Yeah,
When
that's
we look at
neat,
the
but
Issues tab, this is a list of coordination issues created within this module, including the one I just made. From here, you can continue tracking, commenting, or resolving the issue as needed. As you can see here. So, and the remaining tabs, meeting, correspondent, report, members, they all function the same way in docs on the design collaboration. So earlier we looked at BIM Collaborate Pro through the ACC platform, but the other half of the experience happened right inside of Revit, when most of us are doing the actual design work. The key benefit here is staying in one environment, so you can publish, track issues, and coordinate it without ever leaving Revit. So let's take a look into how Revit Cloud Work Sharing fits into the workflow. Before we dive deeper in how we share the model, though, we need to pause and ask, are we sharing internally, externally, with consultant? That decision will guide which method we use. There are three main ways to share the cloud using Revit and BIM Collaborate Pro, and each team might choose differently depending on their workflow, level of trust, and coordination timing. Method 1, control, share, and consume, publish, model from package. The most structured approach, you publish a model, share it, and then other can consume it. Method 2, linking from the share folder. Slightly more flexible. Instead of consuming packages, you just link directly to a model that was shared with you. And method 3, live linking. This is the fastest, most real-time method and most similar to traditional Revit work sharing. And that would considering like bridge that we discussed earlier. So this you're linking a live model that
last
updates
4
immediately,
digits of
which is
your
great for internal
social
team
security number.
with the tight collaboration.
229.
So method 1, method 2 are schedule and deliberate, often used weekly, bi-weekly, or milestone update. And method 3 is live and instant, but comes with less control.
Can you take a picture of me real quick?
So we won't have time to cover all the methods today. The cloud work sharing I'm about to share you is method 1 with consume from share
And we'll
package.
do it from there.
So here we have a model. We want to collaborate. What we're going to do is checking the publish setting, which we want to publish. Then we're going to sync with central
So we want to
in the
upload
cloud.
an existing photo.
So
Finish later.
we can see our project on Manage Cloud Model button that sync and should be available on the cloud. Now we open the design collaboration module on the ACC. So the team gets notified through the project timeline that the new package is available. Here, the architecture team decides
Take a photo with an
what to
Airbnb
include in the
mobile
package.
app.
The package can then be exported and consumed by other teams. We can also visualize design changes in the cloud. Here, the structure team see the new package from the architecture team is available. After checking it out and see the changes from architecture team, the structural team accepted the change and consume, brings them to the flashes, and they are analyzed automatically right away. Flashes can be shown with any discipline teams within the projects. We can assign issue, create issue and assign, and issue can be made within the clashes and can be assigned and tracked to ensure different teams. So now we can see that BIM Collaborate Pros is at the center of the design coordination ecosystem, connecting all stakeholder across architecture, structure, MEP, civil, and beyond. At the core is your project data, models, drawings, PDFs, and other documents. Surrounding that are critical workflow, design collaboration, co-authoring in Revit, document management, issue tracking, project insight tools, all built into the same platform. What's important here is that each discipline, whether it's architecture, structure, MEP, or even owner, is working from the same shared cloud environment, but with access and tools that make sense for their roles. This is what allows true real-time collaboration. So Autodesk continues to roll out update to BIM Collaborate Pro on a regular basis, often quarterly. These updates are based on users' feedback and evolving project needs. So if you want to see something, want Revit to do something, or you have features that you want to see in ACC, please submit. Feel free to submit the feature request. So later you can see new features, that you would like, and some improved coordination, some insight improvement, and control across your project team. So here are just the few highlights from the May 2025 updates. To wrap up this section, here's the real-time collaboration deliver. Fewer delays, more transparency, a better alignment across team, with everyone is working in the same environment, with access to live models, clear responsibilities, and automated coordination tools. You can move faster, make better decisions, and most importantly, you can spend more time designing and less time managing files and chasing updates. This I want to point out, as June 7th, Autodesk had updated new model management tools in a package and sold. This is a part of broader effort to simplify and streamline subscription path for model-based workflow. The key change is that BIM Collaborate, again, the subscription package, not the tools, is being phased out as a standalone subscription. But don't worry, the core functionality that team depends on, like model coordination, design collaboration, and docs, is still fully available. It's just being bundled differently. If you already have BIM Collaborate subscription, it will stay active through the end of your current term. And after that, you'll need to transition to one of these three options. So model management bundle, which is now including Navisworks Manage and Recap Pro, BIM Collaborate Pro, so you can either upgrade from BIM Collaborate to BIM Collaborate Pro or the other two, which include design, collaboration, cloud, work sharing, or Revit and Civil, or Navisworks Manage, which now with added cloud connectivity features. So when we look at the Autodesk Construction Cloud, BIM Collaborate Pro, and Autodesk Doc stand out as the backbone of the design collaboration. BIM Collaborate Pros empower the team to co-author models in Revit, Civil 3D, or Plan 3D. Meanwhile, Autodesk Docs provide a single source of truth with version control, markup tools, and group workflow. Together, they connect your design intent to the entire project lifecycle. And if your team also use Autodesk, build or take off later on, these tools provide the foundation, ensure the model, documents, and the design, and the decision flow from design to construction and the full life cycle. Those two presentations will be a separate presentation later on by one of our other presenters. So in summary, we start looking at the challenges of the disconnected design workflow, something most architects are all too familiar with. We explore the ACC, and then the Autodesk Docs and BIM Collaborate Pro to help you streamline coordination. And then we review real-time tools that can keep teams aligned without endless back and forth. And finally, we looked at the recent licensing update for the BIM Collaborate Pro, BIM Collaborate and BIM Collaborate Pro. So you know what to expect moving forward. And this is to conclude my presentation. So I'm going to hand this over to Brenda, or if you have any questions, feel free to drop them here.
That was a long hour to talk about that. Not really show anything. And I think she left you hanging.
See some cute questions. Can the issue be, I see Rick Weber said, can the issue be seen across the bridge yet? I'm going to have to double check on this. I don't think there's an option for that yet. Unless you put the issue into a folder, you may, in the PDF, you may be able to send the issue there.
Hi, Brooke. Just want to make sure that you were able to read some of these questions by Rick.
Yeah, I answered one. Yeah.
Awesome. If anyone has any additional questions, you are welcome to drop them here. Okay, here you go. So, Alan, if I want to share my Revit model with outside consultants so they can work directly with us, is using the live link model method the best option?
Yes. Because it will be very similar to if you were to work in the same office with the using, if your model was hosted within the office environment, so you'd be using the bridge function.
Okay. Did you answer the can the issues be seen across the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay. The Q&A is still open, so if you have any questions or you can have any discussions privately with Pook, we're happy to discuss and really schedule a call if you'd like. You're welcome to contact us or Pook directly if there's anything specific that you'd like to go over with Pook. I'm not sure if you are able to see.
See, Rick is asking, or is that like a statement? If you use the bridge, you can't use live linking. You have to publish first, but to go to the bridge. That's correct. But you can still coordinate through like instant instead of.
I think she fell asleep while she was watching. I swear to you.
Doing the consume package type method.
I think she fell asleep. She looks like she just woke up from a nap.
And you wanted to review the what's the slide?
Let's see
What's the
here.
slides? What's
So yeah, and I want to also mention that because the what's new with the BIM Collaborate Pro, the new item because it's updated through Autodesk quarterly, most likely. You can also look at this information on just a second.
I'll let you know when you're starting to share.
Yes.
Sharing this. All right, coming up. Perfect.
Yeah. So the features that new in BC Pro is the advanced permission. So administrator can now assign project member, different correspondent permission level, full visibility to let user view all public correspondence on all the projects, and then manage user archive edit correspondence and define permission on projects and coordination, and other items on here like the deep linking. That's when you click the issue list, issue add-in API, data connector, email notification or report, Autodesk construction cloud project member now are taken to the product in which the issues were created. Then the ECF import attachment will now be added to Autodesk Construction Cloud CF import. I added some insight and report, even though this is an insight in the insight module. But the
Airbnb. Did you see this? Look back here at this one.
See the report.
No. Maybe it was further. Yes, further. You're gonna find that there's actually a spot.
So you can also see, see these items because they're updated quarterly. You can see it.
I guess you can't see it. Yeah, see, because it says right down here. It says it's got a dedicated workspace. It's got 3 bedrooms.
More explanation and more.
3 bedrooms, excellent.
Updates if we don't have this update.
When's our first
We don't
night?
have this presentation.
24th?
24th.
Every quarterly.
And we go all the way till the 30th?
I hope that answers.
We go all the way to the
That's when
30th.
I start my vacation today.
If there's anything else that you'd like to really just
Then we go to the hotel, right? That's what you said.
So much cheaper. Now we can eat at the house if we have to save money.
Because we have recorded this webinar. So you're welcome to take a look at it and listen.
She's
to
still
it
going
again.
on about it.
I'll make sure that you know when the recording is made available. We'll make some edits in the beginning. Cut out my part. Nobody wants to hear me speak. We want to make sure that the presentation is ready to go for you guys. And that brings us
Let me mute my mic.
at the top of the hour.
I want to let this finish going.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
Hello.
Today, spending an hour of your afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Yep.
And if you
Now they're just wrapping up the meeting.
Or a 1-hour learning unit, please let me know at marketing@microsoftresources.com. We are still using this email. Microsoftresources.com can still come to us. They're still working, but moving forward, we are going to be replying with the greenjack.com. So feel free to email us at marketing@microsoftresources.com for your certificate and learning unit. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank
See you
you.
next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
with a new number. That's part of the problem. What's that? I will be using the number, correct? Right now, my cell phone number is getting about 35 calls a day from the spam farm. Yeah, it sure is, and I'm not alone. There's a lot of people suffering through it. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to get rid of my cell phone. How long did I have it for? 15 years. No, I don't think so. I'll be glad it's gone. Correct. I mean, it's really a personal and a business line, a sole proprietorship. No, no. I don't even get very heavy calls. If I don't, I'm going to be moving to Boulder, Montana. There's not very much cell phone reception. And I have a Starlink. And I'm hoping that I can do this across the Starlink and act like a phone with an answering machine. And then I'll just call when I'm working on my computer. How much does it cost? All right, sounds good. I'll review it this evening. I got 3 other people doing quotations. I've got 3 POIPs that are doing quotations for me. I'm going to decide which one I use tomorrow. Yep, sounds good. Have a good day. it. I hope it's got air conditioning. Well, I tried to take care of you. You make sure you tell Erica thank you. Yep, they're gonna come visit. That was very disappointing. I'm probably gonna kick off for a while and take a nap. Probably get back at it this evening. I apologize if I missed anyone.